Since the first Olympics in 1898, fencing has been part of the games. The precision, grace, and passion can be seen in every move, and only the worthy will fight for gold in the Olympic arena. One of those Olympic athletes is world champion fencer Daryl Homer. Currently ranked number 2 in the U.S. and number 7 in the world, Daryl Homer stumbled upon fencing as a child in his hometown of Bronx, New York.
I pretty much got drawn into fencing just because of the aesthetic of it. It looked really artsy, but it was also a really cool athletic sport at the same time. It's grown now to be just the love of passion for the sport and outsmarting people and getting to use my body as a weapon.
By age 11, Daryl picked up his first saber, and just 1 month after his first lesson, began training with Hall of Famer and 4-time Olympic fencing coach Yuri Gelman.
Yuri is an amazing coach. 1, he's super understanding. 2, he has a really strong dedication to the tactics of the sport. And then on top of that, he's also just always trying to reinvent the wheel and find new ways to keep us competitive.
He always had physical talent. And somewhere around 15, 16 years old, he started practicing more, took it more serious.
And by the time I made the senior team around 18 is when I really knew, okay, the Olympics is in the cards.
From the United States of America, Daryl Homer!
Just as Daryl predicted, by age 22, he was competing in the 2012 Olympic Games in London.
It was a great experience. I finished 6th, which was a solid result. But I think for the last game, though, I was still pretty young. 25 to 28, 29 is when most people are in their peak.
Now at 26, Homer is looking to add his name to the greats at the 2016 Games in Rio.
Our goal is only gold medal. He's definitely capable to win. There is no question.
And training just a few blocks from Daryl is another very capable fencer, primed to medal in Rio, Miles Chamley-Watson. Originally from London, Miles moved to New York City with his family when he was 9 years old. Soon after, he began training at Fencers Club, and like Daryl, quickly proved he was a natural.
Came here, took a few lessons. 2-3 months later, entered the competition. Went to the Olympics at 22. I won World Championships at 23. I think I'm just getting started.
Although Miles didn't medal at the 2012 Games in London, he came back with a vengeance the following year at the World Championships.
The fact that I didn't do well in London was a blessing in disguise. It sucks to say that. I think I put way too much pressure on myself. And after the Olympics, got in better shape. And then I was the first American to win World Championships the year after that. I was like, okay, now it's game on.
Not only did Miles win gold, he made history as the first ever American fencer to score an individual World Championship title.
So I've known Miles since we were 11 years old, so we pretty much started fencing the same year.
Daryl and I didn't get along at all in the beginning.
He was very obnoxious, which some people would argue has not changed.
I'm sure I come off as cocky sometimes, but I think I'm just very confident. There's a fine line, but I think I'm tiptoeing that line.
And one way to avoid tiptoeing that line between friend and foe is by choosing different weapons.
So foil, saber, and epee are the 3 weapons.
So mine, the best one, of course, is foil. The target area is the torso and the neck and the back.
Saber, the weapon I do is more like Zorro, it's slashing, and the target is everywhere from the waist up, including the arms and the mask, and epee, the entire body is the target. The saber is the fastest of the 3.
And while the weapons and strategies are different, when it comes to Rio, there's just one common goal.
For Rio, my mindset's kind of similar to what I've been doing for the last 2-3 years, just kind of going into every competition the same. Hopefully taking some heads off. Preparing for the games is, and really being focused and attempting to win a medal is definitely a full-time job.
As a coach, I must believe in my students. And I do believe they're gonna win. And they must believe they're gonna win.